Well, we are going to move over now to the modified division. They're going to line up right now on the backstretch, and we're going to go through their lineup in just a few seconds. 16 cars in that class tonight. Wow. We're going to have some big-time racing here this evening. Let's roll through the lineup here as we move over now to the modified action. A total of 16 cars, and the guy on the front driving the 5G tonight, it is Scott Greer. On his outside, driving the 10W, he also won his heat race. It's the 10W of Ward Emery. In row 2, driving the 20X. He's been fun to watch this year, Darian Boyce. On his outside, driving the 7, you can just see a bit of him back there. It is Danny Staff. In row 3, driving the number 9 Ford product, it is Lee McRae. On his outside, it's the veteran, the 1R of Rick Delane. Row 4 has the KG Vet. Driving the 57 car, that is Kevin Sexton. On his outside, driving the white and pink car, he is a winner here at the track this year. The 29K of Ryan Carlock. In row number 5, he's driving the 35, that's Adam Magus. On his outside, the 71 of Dustin Strand. In row number 6, we've got the 40 of Henry Peters and the 25 of Eric Gio. In row number 7, it's the 4 of Stephen Norden and the 48 of Jerome Gio. In row number 8, it's the 51 of Randy Bellick and the 4N of Nolan Olmstead. And that has your lineup here for this feature race here. 15 laps tonight for the modifieds. A big race here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Now, I mentioned earlier in the night, if you listened to the broadcast, that the modifieds, of course, a few years ago having some issues with car counts. This year, this car count has been pretty steady. 13, 14, 15 cars tonight. We're up to 16. They seem to be growing. We have some new drivers almost every single week that are making their way up here. So it's been fun to watch this class get bigger and bigger. So 15 laps on the Pepsi board here for the mid-season championship night. Ward Emery looking for a victory here this season. Hasn't found it. Neither has Rick Delane. Kevin Sexton. If this race is as exciting as the last one, we're in for a treat tonight. So Como is looking them over right now. He's our flag man tonight. And he's saying we're good to go. They're hammering down and we've got a race. Greer up in front. The 20X now in second spot. Danny Staff in seventh. Driving the 7 cars in third. The 10W of Ward Emery has slipped all the way back to fourth in this one. In fifth spot, Kevin Sexton. Lee McRae driving the number 9. He's in sixth. Delane driving the 1R. He's up next. Oh, we got a little jockeying going out in front here between 5, 6, and 7. And now 8. Carluck's making his way up there too. Your leader after 3 laps. It's the 5G of Scott Greer. Danny Staff now in second spot, followed by the 20X and the 10W. Kevin Sexton feeling a little pressure from Ryan Karoluk. Sexton now, and Dustin Strand. He's driving the 71 modified. And Rick Delane now, he's a little further back. He was getting close to Sexton. Making a push now on the backstretch. The race up front, though, it's your leader, Scott Greer, driving the 5G, and then the 20X and the 7 of Danny Staff, they're fighting for second. Ward Emery holding his own at the 4th spot, and McRae in 5th. Our top 4 keeps changing at the 2nd and 3rd spot. Meanwhile, the fight for 5th is between 2 cars, the 9 and the 29. That's Karoluk and McRae. The 5G still up in front in this one. Behind him, it's the races for 2nd. The 20X and the 7. Danny Staff and Darian Boyce. What a great race between these 2 cars as the 20X and the 7 are fighting. Ward Emery still sitting in 4th, hasn't made much of a move to get closer to the leaders. And we've only got 5 laps to go in this race. It almost feels like the 20X and 7 are just worried about getting around each other, not looking at getting closer to the leader. Greer hasn't been touched in this entire race. He's just been out in front all by himself. 4 laps to go in this race. Boyce and the 7. And Ward Emery now trying to get a little closer to Danny Staff. A little further back, it's the 9, the 29, and the 71. And they're racing pretty close as they're coming around turn 4. Your leaders up front. The top 4 have been the top 4 for almost this entire race. Greer, Boyce, Staff, and Ward Emery are your top 4, and then it falls back pretty far to Lee McRae on 5th. Karoluk, though, getting a little closer. Karoluk started the race in 8th. He's worked himself up a couple spots. Your leaders have 1 lap to go. Scott Greer. He's holding on. Darian Boyce in 2nd. Danny Staff in 3rd. Ward Emery in 4th. We're almost done here. And we've got a checkered flag for Scott Greer. Darian Boyce with the 20X finishes up in 2nd. Danny Staff in 3rd. And Ward Emery finishes up in 4th. McRae gets 5th spot, followed by Karoluk. And the 71 of Dustin Strand rounds off your top 7. Some pretty fast times tonight. Although close to the same. Dustin Strand maybe the fastest at one point, but just couldn't find it at the right time to get around traffic and get himself up to the front. Strand, of course, started the race tonight in 10th spot, finished up in 7th. Karoluk in 8th, finished up in 6th. Basically 1 through 5 didn't really change too much Except Ward Emery, of course, dropping back a few spots, and Darian Boyce moving up, and so did Danny Staff. And Scott Greer coming up for another chance to pick up another trophy here at the track. So 4 down, 1 to go. We got late models coming up next. Don't go anywhere. They're going to be exciting to watch tonight. We got a total of 15 cars. Darren Pallin down below. He's going to be doing the post-race interview.
Thanks very much. Greer with a great job in the modified division. His second win in 2014 right here at Red River Co-op Speedway, but he has done well elsewhere on the modified tour. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about that and his new race car. That thing working absolutely fantastic. And there he is. How about it? That is Scott Greer in the 5G. Well, the Burbank Express 5G with another great job. Scott Greer, come on up here and let's talk for 1 second. Second win here in 2014 at Red River Co-op Speedway. Man, that car's a rocket.
It's pretty good. We were in the shop till about 4 o'clock last night. We've been struggling with some issues from the Modified Nationals this past weekend. We burned up a gear set in the other rear end. I just got to thank Dad, Nick, Laura, Mr. Hooper, David Wackel, everyone involved. It's been a total team effort. Rod Fair, we could not do it without him. He's a gem of a guy. I really appreciate all his help. Thank you to everyone coming out here. This is a great crowd. Thank you, kids, and definitely come down later. We have a whole bunch of new cards, so look forward to seeing you down there.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? A great job, Scott Greer in the 5G, your winner here for Castrol Edge in the modified division.
All right, thank you, Darren. As we get ready to go racing here once again, we have late models coming up. Scott Greer, second win here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Plenty of action still to come, and this is going to be a fun one to watch tonight because a couple new faces making their way up here to Manitoba tonight.